Hello everyone. How the hell are ya? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi. How are you? It's good to meet you. If you're returning, hello, welcome back. It's so great to see you again. All right, you guys, today we're doing something a little bit different. Today we're going to do the cliched tarot reader tag, which was originated by Astral Lady Tarot. Now, I know, I'm late to the game, blah, blah, blah. I know. But I just, I was busy this summer. I had tags that I was kind of collecting that when I had time, I was going to respond to them. Some are newer, some are older. This one I think is now like a couple months old, but we're going to do it anyway. So, all right, let's jump into this, shall we? Oh yeah, usual as always, you can book a personal reading with me on the website address below. Lots of good stuff there. Check it out, yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I'm just excited to get into it because I think this is going to be a lot of fun. So, first question was, do you have more than one version of a deck? And naturally, the collector that I am, of course I do. Okay. So this is kind of layered. So I have lots of different Rider-Waite decks. So this one always sits on my table here. This is my Rider die. We have the universal weight. So yeah, we have, okay, hang on. We have the golden universal, which you've seen me, if you watch my weeklies, if you watch my career and money, I use this a lot for my career and money monthly readings, but yes, so we have the golden universal, which has really cool, I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but some nice reflective gold. Then we have my Rider die, my universal weight, and these are the backs. I just love them. And these actually have borders, but I don't mind these ones. Most of them are upside down. Look at that. Haha. But yeah, so I have this one. And then I have my beautiful borderless Centennial. I love the coloring on this. This is great for softer readings when you don't want to be quite as harsher in your face. So they all have different personalities. I also have the original weight, I think it's called. And that is, God damn it, at work where I read, because I work at a clinic and I work from home. So that one is at the clinic. Now, I also have the regular and mini versions of the Everyday Witch Tarot. So it's the same deck, different version, right? The smaller version. I also have, and I forgot to grab it because I'm not on the ball here. I have the mini and I have the regular as well, again, at work, size of the Nicoletta Ciccoli deck. I'm not one for mini decks. I think these are the only two I have, but for some reason, I love this mini deck, the Ciccoli mini. I fucking love it. And I tend to reach for this one more so than the large version, like the original version. So that I found kind of interesting to me. I don't know why this little deck is so great, but it's amazing and I love it. I'm actually, I was debating for a while if I was going to get rid of the full-size deck or not. Because if I'm going to reach for one, it's probably going to be the mini. So I'll see. So, I think that's all. I mean, unless you want to go in and you want to start counting all the Rider-Waite clones, which I'm not going to do, but I suppose if you really wanted, you could. But I'm just going to leave it at these. So we'll move these off to the side and go on to the next question. Backup decks. Okay. Yes, I do. I have not very many. I promise you, not very many. I think I only have the 2 backups. Oh, I forgot. I also have the, going back to the original question, or the first question. I do actually have, they're not exactly the same, but it's the same deck. The smaller universal, like the in the tin size. This is what I travel. If I just need to keep one in my purse, I'll take this one, or my Morgan Greer in a tin. But if I'm going to like read, it's always this one. Not like it matters. Obviously, I have more than one deck. I don't know why I felt the need to go back and fucking tell you that, but there you have it. So I had one of my very first decks, if not the first. I think this is the first deck I bought for myself. Oh my God, we're talking like 20 some years ago now. I purchased this deck, the Dragon Tarot, and it came with a book, and it came with a fold out sheet, and it's all pretty ratched up. So I keep it, in my drawer of boxes because I store my cards without the boxes. But I love this deck, and it means a lot because it was the first one I got for myself, the first one that I kind of started reading with, and I love it. And I thought it was out of print, to be honest with you. It wasn't popular. I didn't see it very often. And I was just kind of like, oh, what am I going to do in this? Because it's, it's starting to show wear here. But I'm just like, what would I do? It's got a nice bend. I'll be really sad if that deck ever conks out on me. What would I do? And lo and behold, I was in this metaphysical shop in Saskatoon one day. And if he didn't have you can see it's still in plastic, like this is my backup, but if he didn't have this just fucking sitting on the shelf there, it's not the box set like I had, but it's just the deck. And I was like, holy shit, I had to get it because I was like, there's my backup. What if I never see it again? I'll kick myself. So I caved and I went and got myself the backup of that. And I also have a backup of the Santa Muerte Tarot, because I do also very much like this deck quite a lot. And you'll probably see this in another VR later, but I do enjoy it. And again, I wasn't sure if this was going to be discontinued or, out of print. So I got myself a backup of that as well. All right, next question. Tea with tarot. Okay. My answer is it totally depends. So I don't know if you guys are like this, but it totally 100% depends on what I'm doing. Sorry if I banged the camera here. If I am reading for others, or if I'm doing my, my readings for my clients and things, I usually only drink water, if I'm being honest. However, if I'm pulling cards for myself in the morning, I'll drink coffee. And if I'm pulling cards for myself or, just for shits and giggles in the afternoon, it's probably with tea. But if I'm doing it in the evening, I usually, again, and this is just if I'm doing it for myself and whatnot. I'll have a glass of wine, or I'll have a rum, you know, like it all depends. But if we're going straight up, I'm reading for my clients, it's usually just water. So there you have it. But yes, I do. Seriously, you guys, I'm dropping stuff all over the place. But yes, I do drink tea. It just depends when. Okay, next, crystals. Always. Always with the crystals. So as you can see in this little box where this lives, I have a crystal that always sits with this deck. So I have crystals for pretty much charging every deck. And that's just how I roll. Okay. So if you were to look on my side here, I know you can't really see it. Let's move this here. So get this out of the way. So I have, like for instance, my Oracle deck right here, charging with a crystal. I have a little holder over here for all my, goodness, what is the word? For all my cards that I'm currently using. And they all have a crystal charging them. So I won't pull them all out, but here's just an example. So they all have a crystal associated to the deck. What I use the deck for mainly, you know, lapis lazuli is really great for communication and third eye intuition stuff. So this is one of the decks I read a lot for others with. It's my Morgan Greer, so it likes to live on there because it improves my communication with this exact deck. Same with the light seers here. It's good for, again, the intuition, the spiritual qualities. I really like the way the colors match. I don't know if you can see that. It's a softer, I like to use this deck for like softer, heartfelt readings, sometimes romance readings, and so I charge it with a labradorite heart. So I usually match, like I said, my crystals to what I use the decks for. For instance, this beautiful rutilated quartz is a great, you know, it's a clear quartz. It's a master healer. And I use this Wizard's Tarot for all sorts of different readings. It's a good all-rounded reader. So therefore, the good all-rounded charging stone. Do you know what I mean? So it's just, I match them. So yes, crystals is a definite for me. I find it vital, right? So yes, I have them on my Oracle cards. I have them on my tarot cards. I don't think I have a deck that does not have it, a stone on it at some point. Okay, tarot books, yes. The answer is yes. I do use them. Not super often, but I do have tarot books and I do like to pick them up from time to time and just flip through them, read them, get some more insights if I'm feeling, you know, like I've been doing a lot of readings and just kind of stuck and that kind of thing. I like to pull them out. They're good to just kind of see other people's insights and, you know, I like to expand my horizons and improve my reading no matter how. So yes, there you have it. Next up, love to shuffle. Yes, as you guys notice, I shuffle a lot. This was one of the ways that I dealt with my anxiety is I would take a deck and I would shuffle. The sound of it just really soothed me, and it was something to do with my hands, and it was a way to get the energy, you know, out. So yes, oopsie daisy, I shuffle a lot. And I do love it. I do love it. I love the way it sounds. I love the way it feels. I love the way it looks. All of that. Tarot tattoo. I do have tattoos. I do not have a tarot one. I do not. Maybe in the future, but not right now. To be determined, I guess, but not right now. Fairy lights. No. I don't have any fairy lights. I don't have them anywhere. I think they're pretty, but I think because the battery packs, it just, who could be bothered? You know, turn them off, turn them on. No, it's just, no. Candles, however, yes, absolutely. I have candles all over the fucking place. You'll see when I do my readings, I always have a candle lit. I have a drawer full of candles. I have containers full of candles. Yes, to all of the things. Candles. Do I have a dedicated space for reading? Yes, you're looking at it. This is my reading table. I do readings for a living, so I like to have a dedicated space that I keep nice and clean, the energy, things like that. However, do I just strictly read my cards here? No, absolutely fucking not. I will read cards anywhere. I will read them outside. I will read them in bed. I will, you know, if I'm a passenger in a car, I'll flip cards. Like, it doesn't matter. I will read them anywhere, but yes, for client readings and things, or if I'm doing any sort of like ritual involving tarot, yes, this is my space. Okay, so then we had a couple of other ones that people kind of threw in as we go. So, is it Tarot by the Pines? Oh, if I could read my own writing, right? I'm sure that's who Lisa from Supportive Tarot said, asked us questions about tarot bags. Tarot bags and cloths. Yes. Yes. I have tons of like big reading cloths like this. I have smaller reading cloths. I have some that were made by my mother. I have some that I have purchased. I have all sorts of different tarot bags. Now, like for instance, this one was actually this was actually a pencil case that I made into, like, I just use it for a tarot deck. Actually, that's not true. I use it for an oracle deck because it's bigger. But I absolutely love this deck for traveling. It's got a nice lining in it, and there's, you know, lots of room. I can usually fit a book in here too, like the book for the oracle deck. So I'm loving the size of this. But I have lots of these. Just, they're a nice size. They're just velvety. You know, they're great. I have some like this that I picked up at various, what is the word? Trade shows. You know, like for instance, this one, my Everyday Witch lives in when it travels. I have some that came with bags. And so, yes, I have like a whole heap, right? Some that I have added, not badges, patches to, like they're all over. Again, I bought this in a metaphysical shop. So yeah, I have a whole array of bags, and I like I said, I don't keep my decks in their boxes when I travel. They always go in bags. So, because I just find the boxes too bulky and heavy to carry. So there you have it. Okay, a tarot travel bag. Yes, I do. However, I wish I was more prepared for this. I thought I had everything, but I don't. It is actually downstairs because I needed it for work. So I have some tarot decks in there in bags. I have my travel divination oil, stuff like that in there, right? I believe I have somewhere on my channel, and if I remember, I'm not guaranteeing it, but if I remember, I will go back and link the what's in my tarot bag for you if you were interested in what's in mine. Purgatory drawer. No, I usually just go through my decks and I grab the ones I'm selling and I immediately list them, and they usually sell. Like, I don't have a maybe drawer. I just, when I'm in the mood to go through my decks, it's like I do it then, or it's not going to get done. It would just sit in the drawer, and that's no good to anybody. So no, I don't have one. Now, the last one that I saw for this particular tag was Toadstool Tarot. I noticed made a comment on Astro Lady's original video about incense. And I was surprised this wasn't actually in her original tag. But yes, always, as you've noticed, you can see my little guy over here. Incense, I have sticks everywhere. I use them to clean the energy off the table. I love the smell of them. It just sets a mood, am I right? Like, I cannot do client readings, especially without incense and candles. It's a must. Also, the other thing I always use is my divination oil that I make. It just helps connect to the energy a little bit better. I have this one on my altar at all times, or my reading table. And I do have, I don't know if I have one up here because it's in my travel tarot bag, but we'll see. No, I don't have one. I have a roll-on, like, just miniature version that I carry with me when I go do readings. So yeah, those are musts for me personally. So thank you to Astro Lady Tarot. This was an amazing, so much fun to do tag. And let me know if you were going to add questions to this, what would it be? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll talk very soon. Bye.